Hey guys, today I'm gonna share to you how I made that look for Turn Undead Apocalypse by Adventures Anonymous Manila. Shout out to you guys. Basically, I joined this cosplay competition. I used my half-orc old lady character. I just glued down my eyebrows, pat with powder, and now I'm putting some cream foundation to look like that. Yeah, I know. I look like an alien. I don't know why I did that. I'm so sorry. Now I'm just putting a lighter shade of foundation on my face so that any skin color I'm gonna put later on will pop out. And just blending it with my blending sponge. And now I added some green shade on my face and saw that there's a lot of blue in it, so I decided to blend it with sponge. Added some yellow and white and just mix up the color. Like, I suggest you try the color first before working with paint so that you don't have regrets like I do have at this moment. And I actually panicked and just decided to cover up my whole face with a green thing and just deal with it later on. And I swear it's gonna get better, and just blending it with sponge. And now I just decided to move on and add those eyebrows. So this is a half-orc old lady character, and she has this sleek brows, very clean, but added some fake bush right there in the inner corner to join the trend of the bushy brows of 2020 or whatever period, I don't know. And just really try to make the clean looking eyebrows. I also tried to look closer to the mirror and look farther from the mirror so that I can see if they are more symmetrical. After that, I cleaned the edges with the skin color that I used earlier and just blended with a sponge. And now we mix up yellow, white, and a little bit of green to add some highlight. And it looks a little bit oily now, but it's gonna get better once we set it with the matte powder. And now I'm gonna set it with the matte powder using my brush and just wipe off the excess. And I think it's more workable now. So we're gonna go and get some dark eyeshadow with this tiny brush and just add some details on the forehead. And I think half-orcs naturally have this grumpy look on their forehead, and I just wanna copy that, but I didn't really have the reference photo, so I was just playing around with some highlight and shadows here using my brush. And yeah, when I did put some shadow on my nose, I realized I don't have half-orc nose, so I decided to try to alter it and use some eyeshadow shade, dark eyeshadow, and just look at it from afar and see if it looks like a half-orc's nose. But I wasn't happy, so I went ahead and drew some fake nostrils there using a black liquid eyeliner. And honestly, I just had a lot of fun making this, and also try to draw something on the side to make it look a little bit bigger than my nose. And now that I'm happy with it, I added some shade color on the side of the nose to make it more realistic. And I'm gonna highlight that side of the nose as well. And I also added some highlight color on the tip of the nose to make it look bigger. So I'm just playing around with the shades and highlights on my cheeks and the other sides of the face to make my skin saggy and old. And yeah, she's an old lady, that's why we're adding these lines. It's basically just contouring your face with this shade and just highlighting the parts you want to pop out. I also added a dimple there. And now we're preparing her eyelids for the eyeshadow. She's not only adventuring, she can also put on eyeshadow, I know. And now I'm just putting some dark eyeshadow with a little bit of smoky on the side and just intensifying it for the cut crease look and adding some shimmer eyeshadow on the eyelid. And just adding some eyeliner underneath the eyes to make it a little bit darker. And now I'm just putting some liquid eyeliner because she likes it. And we're gonna give her some lashes that are really long, because you know dragons should be able to see your eyelashes from 60 feet above. And I realized I couldn't see with these lashes, so I decided to reduce the number of eyelashes on my eyes. And how else an old lady would be able to see using these lashes? So I just cleaned up the edges of my liquid eyeliner because of the glue that I put in there. And there. Now I'm using a white face paint to draw the tusk, but I realized I would like to make it look like it's going out of my mouth and really altering my lips because of its size. But yeah, and also added some shade there. But now I really couldn't figure out how to do it. So I think I'm just gonna give up at this point and just put some shade around it and move on and add some red lipstick. But I'm a bit happy now for the tusk, but I know I could do better than that, but maybe not this time. So I went ahead and changed my clothes, actually just my blouse, since the competition is only requiring us to show up to the shoulder part. And now I'm just experimenting what I should do with her hair. And now that my hair is up and clean, I also added some braids because some half-orcs has this braids. And now I'm adding some face paint on my hair to make her look more like an old lady, but it's gonna be a problem later on when I take a shower. Whatever, we'll do everything for the cosplay. So I also grabbed some necklaces, some necklace that I got from the other room, and I'm gonna put everything on around my face and my hair because she likes accessories. Yeah, I know this voiceover is really useless. And also trying some poses to see how it's gonna turn out in the camera, and just really making them, fixing them. Now go ahead, practice the pose, and I'm gonna do a little bit of the clean up. And now let me introduce you to the Duchess. She's a half-orc old lady and original character of mine in Dungeons and Dragons. So this is the final look. Thank you so much.